So I don't know about you, but this is another one of my boils my piss videos. I don't know about you, but I can spend hours and hours watching videos of people putting makeup on. I'm fascinated by it. I've always been fascinated by makeup. Right from a very early age, I even went to brownies with a pretend black eye, used my mum's makeup to give myself a pretend black eye. But it is something I've been fascinated with. But what really is bothering me at the moment is how much stuff, how much product the youngsters are using. And admittedly, there are a lot more, you know, when back in the day when we were young, it was Jackie magazine and makeup tips from that. And obviously there are so many videos now, YouTube, TikTok, so on, where you can watch and learn how to apply makeup. But it concerns me with how much stuff they use and how many layers they use. And if you are a woman of a certain age, like me, I'm approaching my 60th birthday, then I just want you to think about less is more. It's not necessary. So I'm going to show you my makeup routine. And the products I use are all things that I've sort of been using a while. And I'm just going to show you how much or how little you actually need. So you see them doing all this squirting and they've got the product all dripping down the faces. This is how much I use, okay? So this is my makeup brush. There we go. That much. That's enough for my whole face. Now, the other thing I've noticed that doesn't seem to be the done thing anymore, they don't match the foundation to the colour of the skin. So if you have got the right colour foundation for your skin, you don't need to put it all down your neck because it will just naturally blend. You sort of, this is the best place to test it, just here. If you're not sure, go to Boots or wherever you get your makeup from and just test 3 colours. One that you think is right, or the 3 that you nearest that you think are right, and the one that blends in that you can't see is the right one. Now I'm currently using, this is one by It Cosmetics. It's got a factor 50 in. I've still got a little bit of a tan, but there you go. So it makes you, it's just sort of evens out your skin tone, and that's how I was always sort of taught. That's what foundation is for. It's not to necessarily change the colour of your skin, it's to even out your skin tone. Now I'm going to set that, but I'm not going to bake it. I'm just going to literally put a little bit of powder over the top. So this product that I'm using, I've not got much left, but it's Guerlain Meteorites, and they're like little balls. There's purple ones, there's green ones, there's all kinds of colours in there, and they are, when they're blended together, they will just give a nice finish. So it stops your makeup from feeling tacky, stops it transferring onto clothes, and just sort of sets. But you can see I'm not baking it, I'm not using loads, and this makeup will last me a good 12 hours. So it's just not necessary. There we go. I'm sort of like patting it into my skin. There we go. So that's that. Okay, the next thing I am going to do, the other thing I've noticed they do as well is they put their eye makeup on first and put loads and loads, and then do all the layers and layers of foundation. Not the way I work. I've always put foundation over my eyelids, and then that provides a primer for your eye makeup. Now this is, I'm using a bit of contour here, so I'm just using a slightly darker than my natural skin tone sort of contour. It's a cool one because I've got cool undertones to my skin, so I'm not using anything with like bronzing balls or anything like that. I'm using it just under here to create a bit of a shadow underneath, to get rid of double chins, and along the side there. But again, it's all fully blended so that you can't see any harsh lines. And there we go, that's that blended. You can do your nose, and I've discovered what, I bought these brushes and I thought, what the bloody hell's that for? Apparently that's for contouring your nose, so this is how you do it. So you sort of you go down the edge if you want to. No, it just looks like I've got a dirty patch down my nose now, but that makes your nose look slimmer. Contouring is basically creating shadows where you want shadows to be. Okay, that's that step. And then I'm going to use blusher. And again, just dabbing that onto my cheekbones, up to my hairline. Some people put it on the end of the nose. That's one of the trends at the moment, to look a bit like you've got sunburn. Why? Fashion's fashion. And then a bit of highlighter. This one is one I just got picked up from Aldi. It's kind of like a rose gold one, and it's quite nice actually. A little bit on my nose, a little bit on the tops of my cheeks. Can you see? I'll just pat that. Now be careful, don't try and put wet products on top of dry if you've got loads of layers on and loads of powder, because it doesn't work. You have to be really careful that you don't lift up the layer that's underneath. So just patting. Okay. Eyeshadow. I'm going in with a big fluffy brush, pale eyeshadow, over the eyelid. And just under the brow bone, under the eyebrow there, to give a little bit of highlight. Basically, lighter colours bring things forward, so where you want things to recede. So any highlighter brings things forward. So the same with your eye makeup, if you think of that in the same way. Then I'm going to use a darker colour just to go in to create a crease, to stop this sort of looking as saggy as it does. And basically what you're doing for that is you're going into the actual crease line. You can feel the socket. Don't go too far down here, because that'll just make your eyes look tired. So just sort of go straight across if you can, and again pat in with the brush rather than sort of brushing it on at this point. So you can see I've sort of created a socket with the darker colour. Same on the other eye. Now what I suggest you do next is you get a clean brush. Is that even? You do that and then they're not even. You sort of need to look at yourself straight on. I'm actually using a magnifying mirror here as well, because I can't see without my glasses. Okay, so they're pretty much the same. And you get a clean soft brush and just circular motions to blend that out, so there are no harsh edges. And you've still got that element of a shadow. It's not as dark as it was. If you want it darker, then put another layer on. I will actually, and then I'll show you as well what you can do. You can sort of put it on this outer third of your eye as well. There we go. If you do make any mistakes, these are your friends. You just sort of twist and roll at the same time. So you're not pulling your skin, but you're taking off the excess product where you don't want it. Okay, quick blend again. Next phase is eyeliner. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury one at the moment. It's a new one that I've just bought. It's called Amethyst. These are really good. They don't move. Once you've put it on, that's it. It's done for the day. So you can see I'm starting at the outer corner of my eye, just lifting the skin up a little bit, going like a little triangle there, and then moving in towards the centre. I'm just stopping about a little gap sort of in. I'm not going right into the corner, because that makes your eyes look like they're closer together, draws your eyes in. Same with this eye. There we go. I might put a little bit underneath as well, just in the outer corners. There we go. And then mascara. Mascara I'm using at the moment. I've tried all kinds of mascaras, dead expensive ones, right through to the cheap end. This one is Maybelline Sky High, and it's as good as any that I've used. I think it's about 11 or 12 quid. And then what I'm doing, you see, what I'm actually doing is going to the bottom of the lashes and wiggling it through. Here we go. What I will say, just while I'm doing this, is I have moisturised before I started doing my makeup. It's always better. I've not put the thing back in, if you notice. I've not put the mascara one back in for the bottom ones. It's always easier to apply makeup if you've looked after your skin and your skin's well hydrated, I will say. And you can hydrate from the inside, obviously drinking water as well as using moisturiser. So another plunge. Don't ever do that in your mascara because you just dry it all up, and that's when it gets clumps and lumps, and it doesn't last as long. So there we go. I'm using the tip of the brush on these little ones in the corner. There we go. There we go. I need my cotton bud because I've just got a blob there, so just twist. There we go. And then finish off, I'll put some eyebrows on. So I'm just using a slanted, you can see it, like a slanted brush and like a dark eyeshadow because I can't find a grey eyebrow pencil. Every eyebrow pencil that I've looked all over, the cheaper brands, the expensive brands, everything, and I cannot find one that is cool enough to go with my hair tone. They're all very brown, and it just looks a bit weird if I have brown eyebrows with very cool grey hair. There we go. So I'm just brushing that through, just extending my natural lashes a little bit because they don't grow. And that's it. I'm pretty much done. Bit of lipstick. That stops it going on your teeth. So the bit that goes on your finger is what would go on your teeth. And that's me done. There you go. 60-year-old makeup. Put my glasses on, see what I look like. Yeah, it's alright. Any questions, let me know.